everybody, it's Tammy with Your Natural Healer, and this is your May book and tarot deck review. Can you believe it's May already? I was just like, I'm glad April's over. April wouldn't end. Even though there was been, some good things, like it was my 30th wedding anniversary in April. But anyway, I'm just glad May is here. All right, so we're just going to get this party and dive right in. And I'm just going to say really quickly, if you're not subscribed to the channel, if you would consider smashing that subscribe button, hit thumbs up, leave a positive comment, even if it's an emoji. All of those things really do help with the channel. I am trying to get back into getting this channel where it used to be. I had taken a hiatus for a while, getting the shop open. Things are starting to settle down. We're not quite a year in yet. We just hit, I think it was July will be a year, July 20th. So I'm still getting, things all worked out in the shop. But anyway, I have a little more time and I am going to start working on the channel more. So you'll see more content and things a little differently. Alrighty. So let's get this party started. All right, I want to start with, we're going to start with 2 Oracle decks, and then we'll do a tarot deck and a book. Make sure I have everything here. The first Oracle deck, I really love this deck, but I'm a Cancerian, so I'm a moon baby. And this is Moonology. And this is by, I always forget her name, Yasmin Boland. Okay. And this is just a fun deck. On the back, it says the energy of the moon has a formidable effect on our everyday life. Use the gorgeously illustrated oracle cards to tap into her ancient wisdom for healing, guidance, protection, and learn how to work with her magical energy during each lunation. Now, I don't necessarily use these just like on the full moon or anything like that. If I'm feeling spunky, I do. But I do, again, really like working with this deck. So the publisher is Hay House. I love Hay House decks. And when you open it up, it says, let the moon be your guide. Just a standard box, nothing too, nothing like special. And then you got your standard little booklet. The booklet goes over each card, but then it also gives you how to attune to that moon phase. It says additional meanings for the card and then the teaching. So it does give you some information. So for example, new moon in Leo. It tells you all about what that, new moon in Leo stands for. And then it says attune to the moon, make time to have fun. And then it says additional meanings for the card. It gives you some bullet points. And then the teaching, the overall what lesson is to be learned. Really, really a good deck. If you love astrology and you do have, issues remembering, what's a new moon in Leo mean? What's the full moon in Cancer mean? Working with this deck is twofold. Not only does it give you wonderful insight on a divination level, but it also really helps teach you with the basic, astrology. So let's take a look at a couple of the cards. So the card stock, I like it. It's one of the more thicker. It is a bigger card, but it's not really hard to shuffle. And for those of you that know me, know I have arthritis in my hands. So, the deck does, it's not hard to shuffle. The back side of the card, it's pretty basic. It just has the phases of the moon. And I don't really read oracle cards in reverse, so that I really don't care about. So here's an example. This is full moon in Libra. It says a win-win outcome in forecast. So, the deck, it's not like incredibly artsy, but it's to the point. Okay, so moon, you got your full moon and then Leo there, or Libra. That one was Libra. This one, time for healing, the balsamic moon. The waxing moon, the energy is gaining momentum. So again, if you're into astrology, if you're into especially working with the moon, we've got the mutable moon, mutable moon. A really beautiful deck. And, you will learn, I'm trying here, we got a full moon eclipse. So again, when it is eclipse season and we have a full moon, sorry, I got the fan on, it's blowing my hair every which way. Even if you're not pulling cards, you can just pull this card to reflect on it. And it says conclusions are within reach. Look it up in your little booklet and get all the information. And it can maybe give you some guidance on to what to work with during that particular full moon eclipse. So the cards are really details. You got all your new moons, all your full moons. You got the disseminating moon. If you don't know what that is, you'll learn that. Blue moon, the fixed moon, first quarter. So again, very thorough. I'm not going to sit here and read you all the cards. Great deck. Like I said, it's not a lot of fluff. It's to the point, but it does its job, and it's a comfortable deck to work with. So again, this is Moonology Oracle by Yasmin Bolin. I do have some here in the shop. You can order them online as well. I'm not sure how many I have left. I think I might only have one left. But anyway, fantastic Oracle deck. I love this deck. All right, let's talk about one of my favorite Oracle authors. I really like Colette Baron Reed. There's a couple I like, but I would probably say this is my second favorite, and that is Rebecca Campbell. She's got a lot of decks out, and I don't know if you can see that really well because of the light, but this is the Healing Water Oracles deck. It's 44 cards, and I love her boxes because they're the pop tops, and they're cut beautifully. So you get a really funky shape. And let me see, I've got here, because I have some at home. I've got two other decks here of hers, and the boxes are like this. So I really like that. It's original. This says, from the watery world of the mother to the sacred waters of this world, the physical and mystical element of water has been revered since ancient times, is holding the power to heal. Unlock the sacred wisdom of the waters and your innate capacity to heal with this stunning oracle deck. So again, water, emotions, there you have it. All right. So again, standard little book. For me, the writing is super small. I mean, I wear glasses anyway, but I've been wearing glasses since I was 6. I'm blind as a bat. Well, not, there's people worse than me, but I'm pretty much have a hard time seeing. But anyway, it gives you a nice explanation of the card, and then it gives you an activation and some other things. So like this one particular card that I opened up to, it's the Pearl. And it gives you the meaning of it, and then it tells you all about it and what you can do. And then it says Healing Waters activation, and it gives you something to say. On the next page is the Pink Dolphin. Gives you, blah, blah, blah. And then it says the activity is soul inquiry. And it says, how can you welcome more joy into your life? So it has different little things for you to work on. So it's a nice book. The cards, again, Rebecca Campbell has really nice cards. It is a thick stock. I don't find it too difficult to work with, but it is on the thicker side. I hate the ones that are almost as thin as paper. And it's like, you go to shuffle it and it's like, oh my God, I'm going to rip the card. The back side of the card is really super pretty. Again, it's doesn't matter with the reversal, because again, I don't read Oracle cards in reverse unless, I think I have one deck that the book actually does have reversals in it, but I still don't think I use it. So anyway, the artwork, most of the cards are very similar in color. It sticks with that kind of watery vibe. I mean, there's one with a little pink in it, but for the most part, it's what I call a very muted deck. But she sticks really with the basic pinks, like baby colors, baby pink, baby white. And it really encapsulates the feel of emotions, and water, just soft, and water is cleansing. So the cards are really pretty, but just by looking at some of them, I mean, like this one is the mist, and obviously when something is in a mist, it's hard to see. Um, but some of them, like this one says thank you. So it is more of a faded, I guess, color. I'm not crazy about the artwork, but again, I don't necessarily always buy my cards for the artwork. And with Rebecca Campbell, just her stuff is so good, I really don't care about that. So, like for the example, this one says thank you, and then it says gratitude, appreciate what's sustaining you. Um, Another card, the Well Maidens, it talks about kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. So it all is all based around water, into the unknown. I like this one, stagnant waters, and you got the lady just like laying in the water, not being able to move. This one is beautiful. Let it go. So the deck is a really nice deck. Like I said, the artwork is not the most fantastic artwork I've ever seen in my life, but I didn't realize there's a message in the inside of the box too. It says the healing waters are within you. It's the one on the top. Oh, it says the same thing on the top. So it gives you also this little attunement card, so you can attune yourself to the cards. Um, I'll tell you with Rebecca Campbell, I have not gotten a deck yet from her that I don't like. So, I mean, with that being said, this is an excellent deck if you're really trying to work with the element of water and really focusing on working with emotions. I definitely thumbs up here. I need to call it something else other than a thumbs up. I haven't figured my tagline yet for my reviews, but that's okay. All right, so my next deck is one I carry in my purse. I will tell you, it is one of the most beautiful decks I've ever seen in my life. I wanted to review this one last month, but I didn't have the box here with me because, like I said, I carry the cards in my little tarot bag in my purse. This deck, I'm going to give it 2 thumbs up. It is called When Women Had Wings. Now, I will tell you, I just sold my last one last week. I haven't put a new order in yet, but I will be getting more of these. I can't keep them on the shelf. I've only ordered like one here. Well, I had ordered two and I kept one. And then I was showing it to somebody and they had to buy them. And then I bought two more and they went off the shelf just like that. Just because it is fantastic. It is a tarot deck. And y'all know me, I love my Rider Waite. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I hate when people get super artsy to where, I was teaching my tarot class, or I do a tarot class, and then once a month we have a tea and tarot social where we sit and practice reading on each other. And somebody was new to reading and had what I call an advanced deck, and it had I don't know, 8 bowls, and that was the picture. 4 bowls on each side. And the bowls were to represent cups. Well, if you don't know the Rider Waite meaning for the 8 of cups, which you can look at the picture, and even if you don't know the card, you can pick some things out. With this, I mean, you look at 8 bowls that are empty, and I think somebody must have been really hungry or somebody's looking for a handout. Anyway, decks like that are great if you're a seasoned reader, but for newbies, I think you buy these decks and you look at them and you're like, what the heck does this mean? It doesn't make sense. So again, always start with Rider Waite and add to your decks. Okay, so Women Had Wings. It's a pretty big box. I'm going to compare it to Healing Waters, and it's even smaller than Moonology, which is pretty standard size, but the cards are standard size. All right, beautiful box. So inside there's a little, I'm going to have to read it. It says, you may not be able to see or touch them. You may have lost your memory of them altogether, but when you do indeed have wings, they may be fluttering just under the surface of your skin or folded in the deep realm of your psyche. They may be crumbled or torn, lying tattered in the wall of despair, but they are as real as your breath and as necessary. Okay. So when you open up, you got this beautiful, it's got inside. So there's the inside. Your cards have like this little, what I call coffin, and you've got the little ribbon. So this way it makes it easy to pull them out. They give you a little organza bag to put your cards in, which is nice, but I already had this pretty purple one with a fake crystal that's plastic. It's not a real crystal. So I like the bag, but I hate that. I should just replace it. The book is super thick. Okay. It's a bigger size. And there's some writing on the back. I'll read you the back. Winged one, cloud dancer, she who drinks by sea. She has many names and she lives in you. Unfold, unfurl, it's time to fly. Now, I will tell you, like, you'll see like these women, all women decks, and whatever. But this isn't like this. This actually has, guys in the deck. The book is fantastic. So I can read it, and each one gives you the picture of the card, and I'll show you in a minute. Well, I could show you one. Let's pick, something that's everybody is kind of familiar with. Okay, so strength. So this is the 2 pages for strength. So you got a picture of the card here, and then the little blurb as to what it is. Really beautiful writing. And I've been actually, even though I know my cards, I've been reading this as I pull cards when I do my daily reading for myself. And when I say daily reading, I'm not doing like a 10 card spread. I do a energy of the day, what I should focus on, what I should avoid. But I do look up the meanings in this book just because it's another perspective. And when you do that with new decks, it adds to your own personal repertoire, because you may pick up something that, viewed from somebody else's eyes. So let's look at the deck. I'm so excited. Okay, so here is the back of the deck. I like it because in reverse, you cannot tell. So if you're reading professionally and you spread these out and ask your person to read them. Now, granted, I will say, you can kind of, if you really pay attention to the moon, but it's not obvious that, okay, well, that's the reverse position, or is that the upright position? So there is a little bit of a difference, but I do like these because it's subtle. Okay. Now, the deck itself. Here's the sides of the deck. It's the pinkish purple foil. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I'm sure the more I use this deck, it's going to, it'll probably eventually wear off. But I love it. I absolutely think it's so pretty, and because it's pink too. Let's take a look at a couple of the cards. Now, there's no border, which I like too. So you have the lovers. Look at that artwork. Excuse me. The artwork on these cards, like I said, are the most beautiful I've ever seen. The whole deck is stunning. My favorite card, the Magician. And see, it's a guy. That's not a lady. So it's not one of these women's decks. The Six of Pentacles. So like I said, by looking at them, it sticks with kind of the Rider-Waite. Here's your Four of Wands. That looks so similar to Rider-Waite. So they really stuck somewhat, here's our Queen of Cups. So they really, even though it's super beautiful artwork, they didn't try to give their own interpretation. Well, I mean, it is their own interpretation, but you know what I mean. They didn't try to like totally change it. Three of Swords. I hate that card. I guess I need to ask myself, why do I dislike that card? Let me show you. Here's your Nine of Swords. So again, in the Rider-Waite deck, the lady's laying in bed. So here you got her sitting on the bed. There's your Five of Wands. So you can get the Two of Wands, one of my favorite cards in the deck. Two of Swords. So again, I could sit here and go through these cards all day because, like I said, they're just absolutely beautiful cards. I love working with this deck. I'm going to put them back in my baggie. take my quartz out. Um, really love the deck. So again, if you're looking for a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful deck, this is it. It is on the more expensive side. Normally the publishers put the price on the box. This one didn't. I want to say it was like $38, $39. But I'm telling you, it is worth it. The energy, the vibe, the artwork, absolutely stunning. So when women had wings, show it to you one more time. Beautiful, beautiful deck. I love it. Glad I took the chance on it. All right, so let's talk about a book. This is a book I did a book club here at the shop back in February, and this is what we read. Louise Hay, Mirror Work. If you're in the spiritual community, you know Louise Hay. If you have not read this, it is a fantastic book. Now, it says 21 days to heal your life. Now, let's be realistic. You're not going to heal whatever it is you're working on in 21 days. The reason she says this is that this book, it is about affirmations. And the thing with affirmations is when you say them for at least 21 days, that's when you'll start to see the manifestation starting to happen. So I think that's where that 21 days comes in. So again, you have 21 days, and the activities aren't long. It's like maybe 5 pages of reading, but I mean, they're small pages. The writing I like. And then at the end, it'll give you your mirror work exercise and then some journaling prompts. Again, it's nothing that you're going to have to sit down and journal for 10 hours. It's really, really, really therapeutic. And I will be honest, when I got the book, I did not really want to read it because I really had issue looking in the mirror at myself. I hate it. I don't now so much. That I really broke through with that on why with this book, and it really opened up some things for me to have to work on. So again, it's broken down into 3 weeks worth of activities, and you know what? If you miss a day, that's okay. You don't have to play catch up. Just start the next day. But like week 1. Day 1 is loving yourself. Day 2 is making your mirror your friend, which that one was really good. Number 3, monitoring your self-talk. Day 4, letting go of the past. Day 5, building self-esteem. Day 6, releasing your inner critic. Day 7, loving yourself, and a review of your first week. And there is one of my book club fellow book club members, I guess there was a downloadable, I think, meditations or something. I don't know if they were every day or if it was just a week thing, but there was something she downloaded and she would listen to, in tandem with this, and she found it very, very helpful. So again, if you're looking for an easy read, these are $14.99. It's 180 pages without all the gooply goo afterwards. But it's an easy read, goes fast. It'll help if you like to read, or even if you have a hard time reading, daily, because it's such a short read. This will definitely help you to get started reading again. Journaling, if you hate to journal, you don't have to do the journal. I found the journaling very helpful. They had some really good exercises, and obviously the mirror work part is very, very simple. But really a great book. And I mean, what do you expect? It's Louise Hay. So, it's a no-brainer. It's going to be a great book. Definitely recommend it. So if you are interested, if you're local, I think I still have 4 or 5 copies left. If you're not local, you can order them on the website. Order yourself mirror work and healing waters. Oh my God, combine these two. Woo, powerful stuff, guys. But anyway, that's all I have for you. just really quickly with the shop this month, all spheres, crystal spheres. So that's the rainbow tourmaline sphere. We got two of them. Pyrite sphere, selenite, crystal balls. All spheres are 10% off this month, both in the shop and online. So make sure you take advantage of that. And check out my website, yournaturalhealer.com. You can also follow me on Facebook. And that's all. I'm not going to keep blah, 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 because y'all know I can. Plus, I need to get to work. I'm here at the shop. Got to get things done. All right. So, everybody, have a fantastic month. And I hope to see you again before I do this next month. But like I said, I'm trying to get the channel back and going. So bear with me. More content is coming. We're going to do more crystal educational series, but I'm going to do a little twist on it because I found out that the YouTube, I don't want to say, begins with an A, mathematical formula. Oh, I saw somebody come and just make sure it's not a customer. Apparently, if your face is on video, they push it up. And my crystal educational series is like a narrated slideshow. So I'm going to be redoing some of those. So you'll be seeing my beautiful self more often. And all right, I'm going to go. But anyway, subscribe if you haven't. Really appreciate it. And have a blessed day, blessed week, and blessed May. Go live your best life, but do it the natural way. Namaste.